Okay, so this is going to be more of a long form content. Normally I do like lore videos that are like a minute long and they're shorts. But this is actually going to be pretty much, as the title describes, a dumbass's understanding and explanation of 40K. I've been a fan of 40K for over a decade now. I've read so many fucking books, it's sad. I have 3 armies. I need to stop. But I also love sharing the love of this hobby, and how it got me in was watching dumb fan animations of it and, listening to lore masters and stuff. So, fuck it. I'm gonna give you a dumbass's comprehension because a lot of this shit went way over my head when I got into it. So, we're gonna start off with the foundation because that's unironically the hardest thing to understand. So, you have the foundations of 40K. You go into the beginnings of time. We're not going to be talking about Space Marines or really anything. We're going to talk about, the war in heaven. What is this shit? The war in heaven is the biggest war that has ever happened. It makes the thing that's currently happening in the modern world of 40K a fucking joke. It's been said that a lot of gods existed in this time, and they fucked shit up. And so you'll start off with the first species in the universe. By the way, this is billions of years ago. This is like before dinosaurs. You have a race called the Old Ones. They're like frog, lizard people. It's fucking weird. But they're big boy psychers. What are psychers? There is a dimension underneath our dimension. It's going to be brought up a lot, but I figured I might as well get the warp explanation anyway. The warp, aka the Sea of Souls. This is all of your psychic, all your magic, all of your extraordinary cool shit. 99% of the time, it's gonna come from here. Demons come from here, the Chaos Gods come from here, there's a lot of shit that comes from here. But, right now, in the current setting, it is just a lot of, emotional energy. And the Old Ones, well, they can manipulate this better than anyone that will ever be. This comes important later. So, yeah, they're futzing about and they're creating life. They've literally hit the max tech tree. They've actually skipped tech tree. You could kind of call them space gods of, like a race of gods. That's basically what the frog gods. That's right, toadmen that became gods. Anyway, then they encountered a species called the Necrontyr. What the fuck are these guys? These guys are humanoids that grew up on the worst planet ever imaginable. Their sun hits them with all the forms of cancer, and their planet doesn't protect them like ours does. It literally says, get bent, idiots, get rotated. Except it's on your genetic level. So, it's not a great time for the Necrontyr, and they tried leaving and evolving all their tech. For some reason, the cancer still went with them, no matter what they tried to do. And they asked the Old Ones, like, wait, you guys don't have cancer? Yeah. Can you cure our cancer? Yeah. Will you? No. Why? And so, that justifiable, species-wide why led to, the Necrontyr fighting the Old Ones. It wasn't great. By the way, they thought, we're spacefaring, we could kick their ass. No, they could not. They got an ass whooping beyond comprehension. Like, they had multiple star systems. They had intergalactic empire. And the Old Ones literally brought it down to their homeworld. They said, you're staying here now, time out. And the Necrons really didn't like this timeout. They really didn't. And so they were doing, looking up at their solar system. They're like, hold on, what's that thing eating our sun? And then discovered, oh shit, it's a Catan. What the fuck? So, the Catan, basically they're like the masters of the physical universe. You know how the Old Ones were like, we got warp powers, and we can fuck up shit by casting Mega Nova Bomb. These guys are like, oh, you have that sun there? It's gone. Like, seriously, they could snap shit out of existence. They can plop a black hole wherever they wanted. And now they were the generals of the entire Necron forces. Yeah, they were gonna fuck shit up, and they did. So much to the point where the old one said, we tag in. And so he had two tagging partners. It was the Eldar and the Krorks. Now, what are the Krorks? They just turn eventually. They're like a lot better orcs. We all know what orcs are. I don't need to explain. We don't need to explain. But Krorks are like the upgrade. They're smart and they got all the strength bullshit. But they're like the best soldiers. The Eldar were really, really strong wizards and shit. And that with, in tandem, the old ones' psychic chicanery, yeah, no, they beat back the Necrons and everyone. But all the old ones died, and their souls got notched. So we're like, okay, all but one. I don't know what happened to that last one. I gotta look that up. But all but one got 8, and that was that. And, well, you know how the Necrons realized, wait, our enemy's gone. We could just stab these motherfuckers in the back that took our souls. And that's exactly what they fucking did. They nearly not killed, because you can't kill a Catan. You can, but there's a massive consequence. And it's so bad to the point where in the universe, like, we will break a Catan into shards rather than kill it. So that's what they did. They literally turned all of their gods into batteries. Oh yeah, the Silent King, I love his model so much for one simple reason. His chair, its battery is a shattered piece of a god. That's so cool. And that's basically part 1 of the early history of 40K for idiots / dumbasses like me. I know it's rough around the edges, but I'll get better at this form of content the more I do it. Please like, subscribe, and please leave me comments in the below. Tell me what you want. Also, just give me tips on like, hey dude, do this better. And also, just message saying, hey, this is the faction I want you to talk about, and I'll do a video about it. Anyway, peace.